Right now, you're probably stuck at one level and you don't even know it. I went from sleeping on a friend's couch to running a $13M portfolio, and the shift wasn't about working harder. It was about understanding which game I was actually playing. Here's the brutal truth. Most entrepreneurs are playing checkers while the game is actually chess. They're bringing scrappy, day one energy into a year five business and wondering why everything's breaking. You know what's crazy? A level one founder obsesses over tactics. A level five founder, they're building universes. The problem isn't your work ethic. It's that nobody told you the rules change completely at each stage. What got you here will literally sabotage you there. So let me break down the five distinct games of business and what actually dies at each level so you can evolve. Level one isn't about perfection, it's about proof. When I launched my first company at 20, I had zero clue what I was doing. Business school, useless. Experience, none. But I had one unfair advantage. I was delusionally confident. Confidence is just ignorance before reality shows up, right? Here's the move. Forget automation. Go manual. Airbnb started with founders photographing apartments themselves. Shopify was literally just a snowboard store Toby built in his basement. What dies here? Your ego, your need for everything to be professional. What to implement? Talk to 30 customers, not surveys, actual conversations. Build something 10 people are obsessed with, not something 1,000 people think is fine. Level two is where good founders burn out. You're making money finally, but you're also working 8-0-hour weeks, and everything depends on you. I hit $30, 50K monthly at my second company, and I was absolutely fried. Google studied 10,000 managers. Want to know the Hasson trait of top performers? Not charisma. Systems. The shift? Stop being the hero, start being the architect. What dies here? Your identity as the doer, your addiction to being needed. What to implement? Document 5 tasks you do weekly. Record yourself doing them, train someone else. If you can't delegate it, you don't actually have a process, you have a dependency. Level 3 is where you become an actual CEO, not just someone with a title. When my business crossed $150K monthly, I realized something terrifying. I didn't know my numbers. Someone would ask, "What's your profit margin?" And I'd guess. Quick, do you know your profit from last month? Exactly. To the dollar? Here's the truth. You can't scale what you can't measure, and you can't lead who you don't understand. What dies here? Your ability to wing it, your gut feeling leadership style. What to implement? Build a dashboard with 12 core metrics. Review it weekly, create an org chart for the next 12 months, and identify your gaps now. Then install a meeting rhythm leadership weekly, departments weekly. That rhythm becomes your company's heartbeat. Now, most people think level 3 is the end game. Hit 6 figures monthly, coast forever, right? Wrong. Level 4 is about leverage, not just labor. I remember talking to a mentor named Justin. I wanted to grow my audience. He said 5 words that changed everything. Set your audience on fire. Not literally, that's arson. But metaphorically, absolutely. So I obsessed. Every video, every post, every email I asked, is this 100x better than last month? Lighting, scripts, thumbnails, team workflows, everything. What dies here? Your tolerance for good enough, your comfort zone. What to implement? Hire an exceptional CFO, build a leadership team that can lead without you, and define your zone of brilliance. The 20% of work that creates 80% of your results. Delete everything else. Level 5 isn't about revenue anymore. It's about resonance. George Lucas wrote all 3 Star Wars scripts before releasing the first movie. Walt Disney drew the entire universe characters, theme parks, merchandise before building anything. They weren't building businesses. They were building religions. This is where you shift from products to transformation. Apple doesn't sell computers, they sell creativity. Nike doesn't sell shoes, they sell victory. What dies here? Your short-term thinking, your transactional mindset. What to implement? Create a 1-0-year roadmap. Not just revenue goals, but the emotional experience you want your brand to create. What does your company feel like? That's your real product. Let me break this down lightning fast. Level 1, the validator. Kill your ego. Talk to 30 customers. Build manually. Level 2, the builder. Kill your hero complex. Document and delegate. Level 3, the architect. Kill winging it. Know your numbers, build your team. Level 4, the amplifier. Kill good enough. Hire leaders, own your brilliance. Level 5, the icon. Kill short-term thinking. Build a transformation, not a transaction. Each level requires a death. The version of you that got here, they can't take you there. Look, if you're serious about moving from one level to the next, and you want systems, clarity, and someone in your corner who's actually done this, check out the link in the description. We'll map exactly where you are and where you need to go. But here's what I really want to know. Which level are you stuck at right now? And what's the one thing holding you back from the next stage? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this hit different, smash that like button and subscribe. Because next week, I'm breaking down the psychology of magnetic brands. And it's going to change how you think about marketing forever. Let's build.